Hi again, this is Vansh Padilla, and our lesson for today is work ethics and management. Our points of discussion would be how to manage our clients, what are some of the best practices in client management, how to get to know your client, and how to identify their communication preferences. So today we are going to discuss client management and work ethics. Work ethics is very important across all phases of employment and in business, whether you are an entrepreneur, whether you are a freelancer, a business owner, or whatnot. Work ethics is very crucial to your success. A good work ethic will take you to your success level faster rather than having a poor work ethics. So this is usually, this can be practiced, this can be improved as time goes by. And one of the things that clients look for in a freelancer are workers or employees or staff or project collaborators who have high work ethics or impeccable work ethics. And with regards to client management, since we are all very busy and we tend to get more clients than sometimes we could serve, how do we manage our clients and how do we strengthen the relationship? How do we build the relationship so that we will have a long-term business relationship with them? Okay, we will be tackling about the best practices in client management. So no matter what type of client they are, whether they have a different personality than yours, whether they have quirky personality or they have temper, or sometimes you tend to not understand what they're saying and what they like. Sometimes they tend to violate our agreement. But then again, these clients will always add up to your success ratio. So never underestimate a client because your experience with him can contribute to either your success or your failure. So the first thing that we would recommend when managing a client is to get to know them personally or professionally. Research or ask about their background. So if you are too shy to ask for for their personal details, their backgrounds, their former industry, their previous workmates or companies. So you need to actually get to know your client in order for you to familiarize what is going on around his mind, and you can deliver his or her expectations. So I repeat, if you know what their ultimate goal for the project is, the easier for you to work on. So if you have researched about your client, about his work ethics also, about his priorities, and about the things that they are doing or in business with. So it's essential that you research. Of course, there's always the search engines that you can use, or ask them personally because they would appreciate it rather than they hear it from others. Number 2 is know their communication preferences, whether they like Skyping or Skype, they like Google Hangouts. You need to set up your preferred channels and the best time for communicating also. So this is a symbiotic relationship wherein you will ask for the prepaid clients of the preferred channels of the client and the best time for communicating. So you don't bother your client when they are asleep, especially if we have different time zones. Always remember to respect their time, because whoever pays the money has more power. Okay? The next one is proactive and being reliable. In real world, you will always deliver on time. But if circumstances fail you, communication is just as important. If you need to push a deadline, provide an early heads up. So the thing that I like it here is that it says that no matter what your circumstance is, you need to push through and you need to act as if it doesn't exist, because that will establish your reliability among the clients. If you cannot provide for what they are asking from you, you tell them the truth, because of course the truth will set you free. And aside from that, communication between parties are quite important. Okay, don't spread yourself too thin. While it's great to have as much work as you can handle, having more than you can handle is the road to ruin as a freelancer. Budget your available time wisely and don't commit for more time than you can reasonably handle. So this is spreading yourself too thin. You always say yes to anything and everything. So in as much as you want to earn the money, but it will lessen your commitment to particular clients. And if you are too familiar with a certain kind of client, you tend to be lax. You tend to be less caring already, because you know that no matter what happens, they will forgive you and they will still talk to you. So, okay, so scope the contract in detail. Every milestone you are being paid for ought to be defined in writing. Even if you never execute a formal written agreement, discussions with a prospective client can serve as an enforceable legal contract that covers scope and rates. So this is about mentioning your contract and how do you treat it, or how do you use the contract as enforceable legal document that can force your client to pay even though you haven't seen each other on personal basis. So every milestone that you are being paid for ought to be defined in writing. So for example, you are a helper in a coffee shop, and when you first came in, you were just a simple, very, very simple guy. But when you found another